Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for staying subscribed and for watching my videos, and for those new subscribers, thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you will stay and you will enjoy. So today's video, I just wanna, it's like a story time sort of thing, and like a story time sort of advice. So basically it's going to be about contraception. Yeah, so please, if you ain't married, as I'm a believer, I'm not addressing you, please don't say I said you could go and do the thing. Don't do the thing, wait till you get married. So I want to talk about my story first of all, why and by the way, please, it's not sponsored, it's my own opinion, and because it worked for me, I believe it will work for somebody else. That's why I'm doing this video. So first of all, when I got married, obviously, before I got married, I actually went to get contraception like maybe 2 weeks before, whatever. So I started taking it to prepare because I was like, nope, I ain't getting pregnant. I wanted to wait 2 years to get pregnant, so obviously I went got the pill and all this. They gave me all the information anyway. I was thinking of getting the implant at first, but obviously you have to read the pros and cons, so I didn't like the cons for that. So I was like, you know what, so I didn't like the cons to it, so I didn't go for that one. And I thought, like, once it's in there anyway, if it doesn't sit well with your body, you have to go back again, and then for them to remove it. But the pill, like, I can just stop it, you know what I'm saying, and then the effects might fade off more quicker than something that's inside of me. So I started taking the pill and everything, and then we went, obviously after we got married, we went away to enjoy our honeymoon. And then I was taking it, my tummy was doing some flips, like it was rolling, the intestines were like rolling together, tying together. I was in so much pain. I was like, is it just me, or I don't know. So I just continued taking it because I felt like maybe it was just me. But then when we came back, I started my period, so I was like, all right, maybe it was my period pain, maybe it's coming on very strongly because of the pill, so my body's changing. But after the period finished, I was still in a lot of pain taking it, so I obviously went back to the doctor. I got advice, yeah, and then I went back to the doctor, and then I wanted to put the coil. But before I put the coil, obviously I love researching, so I was researching about the coil, and then I started watching videos on YouTube as well. And then most of the people were talking about that pain. They're like, when it's put in, like, you don't really feel it. Some people like, you feel it. Like, everyone had a different story, but it's like the common denominator was the pain, and I don't like pain, so I was like, no. But then I was thinking, I have to stop the pill, and if I stop the pill and I don't go anything, I'm gonna get pregnant, right? So I just went ahead anyway. But that morning I booked the appointment, etc. But that morning we were supposed to go. This was like a few weeks, maybe 2-3 weeks later, that I managed to book the appointment, but I was still on the pill. So I was still on the pill and using protection as well. Yeah, just wanted to be double protection, like as in condoms, guys. Yeah. So I just wanted to be like certain that nothing is going to happen. And then I was like, my husband woke me up because it was in the morning, and I'm not a morning person, but I didn't want to go. I just felt in my heart that I shouldn't go. My heart was beating, you know, sometimes God speaks to you, like, my heart was beating, and I was like, no, I don't want to go. But he's like, oh, let's just go. I was like, all right. I went. We went there in the room. The doctor, like, obviously spoke to us, whatever, and then she laid me on the little table thing, and then she has to put the speculum in, and then like open it, and then put the I was crying, like tears just came out. It was so painful, and she was like, oh, the pain should go down. Did the pain go down? Nope, it did not go down. If I can find some pictures like of my stomach, like the pain didn't go down. Like I was in horrible pain, but I kept it up. I took paracetamol and everything, but the pain was now ridiculous. So was this a week after or a few days after? It was just ridiculous. So we went to the hospital. Like to the A&E, and then obviously they were like, they sent us, like, because it was a problem with my stomach and the coil, so they sent us up, not in the normal department, they sent us up to like a gynecology place or whatever, which was actually what I later found out, it's also the early pregnancy unit. So they sent us there, and then I was waiting to see someone, and then they came, they did the, what's it called, they put the speculum again. I was just in horrible pain. I'm like, these people are so wicked, like I'm in pain, and they keep on like putting whatever they need to put there, their fingers, whatever it is. It was hot. I can't describe it. Like, I know people think I'm a drama queen, but nah, this is bad. So they were doing that, and then they said, oh, it was infected, which can happen if you open, obviously, down there. So they said I was infected. They gave me some antibiotics, and they said after that the pain should go down. And then they asked me, like, could I be pregnant? I was like, no. But then they took my urine anyway, just to see what's going on. And then I was like, okay. So they took my urine, and the coil was still there. And then the doctor was talking to us, like about to send us home, and then the nurse just walked in. I need to talk to you. Like, the way she did it, it was almost bait, but I didn't want to believe it. So I'm like, no, it's not that, it's not that. And then the doctor came back in, is like, I don't know whether to say congratulations or not, but you're pregnant. I'm like, no. And then she's like, it can happen though that you get a false positive, so maybe it's one of those, so I shouldn't worry, I have a lot of time to think about it. And then my husband was so happy. I was like, God should have mercy on me. I was upset, I was sad. I'm like, no. I was honestly in my heart of hearts contemplating to remove the baby, but thank God I did not do that. It flashed for a second, then it went. Because I was thinking, we've just been married, like we literally got married end of January, which was 2016, and then this was like early March. I remember this day we found out was actually on a Sunday. It was Mother's Day. That was March, and I'm like, this is too early. We haven't even, like people call it, enjoyed the marriage or whatever. I couldn't think of that, but because of the coil and everything, so they wasn't sure like if the baby is gonna stick, and with all the pain I was going through, so they were thinking it's like early signs of miscarriage, so they were just preparing me for the worst anyway. And at this point I wasn't really bothered. I'm like, whatever happens, happens. And then but they did not want to remove the coil. They were like, some people can give birth with the coil still there, it doesn't damage the baby, but I just didn't feel right about that. So they did a scan. The first time they were not able to see anything, but they were saying they were seeing the coil, but I mean the baby, the lining of the womb was thick though, showing that, yeah, pregnancy, but they didn't know where it was. And because of the pain, so there were so many gynecologists that came to try and rule out an ectopic pregnancy, but they didn't feel anything. I did the scan, and I came back. I don't know how many scans, early pregnancy scans, that I did. Like, it was so much of them. The next time where we went, they were able to see like a little dot. And then I was like, we called the GP anyway that put it in, like, oh, I found out I'm pregnant, I want to remove it, because I knew that at the hospital they wouldn't do it. I was like, I can't handle the pain. So I went there, and then she made a mistake anyway, the doctor, because they're supposed to ask you before they put the coil, like, are you pregnant or whatever, and they're supposed to do a test, but she did not do that. So she was like, oh, you know, I think she was feeling a bit bad or whatever, and then she removed the thing, and then she's like, but you just have to prepare, you might miscarry, you might start bleeding. So they kept on calling me the hospital, are you bleeding yet? I'm like, no. But the amount of pain that I was in because of this coil, like, I thought when they remove it, it would stop. No, the pain was intensifying. Like, it felt like labor. Like, I would sit on the toilet, start screaming. I would have to elevate my legs. My husband will, like, get me, like literally hot water bottles every 2 minutes. I had to change the whole water bottle, and I took a lot of paracetamol. It was that bad. And I have even scars, even up to today, on my tummy because of the hot water bottle, because of that much pain. So when I went back for the scan, they're like, the lady doing is like, I was told you have a queue, I can't see it. I'm like, oh yeah, I went to get it removed. She's like, oh, all right. And then obviously they were able to see 2 yolks, and then we went up again, they were able to see the heartbeat, whatever. So they discharged us from the early pregnancy unit or whatever, and then yeah, and then here we are with our baby. And I never bled, nothing ever happened, and she was born full term. She didn't even want to come no more, like, she was in there overdue, so I had to be induced. And then so, like, after I gave birth, obviously they were talking about contraception, and I took pills, but I just didn't feel right in me. And then my mother-in-law, when I got pregnant, I told her the story. She was like, I should go to my GP or something, like something called natural family planning. That's what I should do, because sometimes taking in all this medication is just not good for your body, and it seems like your body doesn't react well to it, so don't do it. Don't put yourself through that. I was like, okay. So I've been like seeing adverts, and I've been hearing about this app. Here it is. I don't know if you can see. So, okay, I have to put the name here. It's called the Natural Cycle. There it is. And then it's so you have to take your temperature. Like, I left my thermometer in there, so you have to like take the temperature like each morning, or whatever time, morning, before you get out of bed, before you do anything, so that it records the accurate temperature. You have to do that each morning. It goes under your tongue, and then if obviously you've slept a bit more or a bit less than you should, then you should just put it in as deviating temperature. But it's really, really good at picking up and knowing your body, and I really liked the idea of something like this. So when I was breastfeeding still, when she was small, obviously my period did not come until she was like 6 months. So I was using the app, even though now it says I have irregular periods, because I wasn't putting that I'm going on period, but it's because I just given birth. But I don't think the app has that function to, you know, of when you've given birth sort of thing. So you either put it on planning a pregnancy or preventing a pregnancy. So when it's red, those days, if you're obviously preventing a pregnancy, that means don't have sex without protection, so use protection. And then if you're planning, obviously have sex around those days. And then when it's green, it shows that you are not fertile, so you can do whatever without protection. So I really like that, so I was using that, and it did not fail. You know, it didn't fail, even though sometimes maybe a day or two I might sleep late, or I just won't hear my alarm, so I won't do it. But it's been so great because it's really working with your body. It really knows your body. So like when I went on my period, like it was able to predicts that I'm gonna go on this day, and for sure that's the day that I went, and it predicts when I ovulated, etc., all those kind of stuff. So it just lets me know. And then when I did I think it's me anyway, when I did get pregnant, it was the second child, it was me, I think, that made the mistake, not the app, because I was thinking, oh, about this app. So I think it was me that made the mistake. So I probably did something when the days were red, and then obviously, you see. But yeah, so I just wanted to say, so if you're somebody that, I think it's just the best option, obviously if you do it proper well, and then apparently it's been approved as well as a proper method of contraception. So it's not just something or whatever, it's actually something genuine, and it actually does work. So I just wanted to help someone today and tell you my story. So if you're someone like me, your body doesn't agree with all these contraceptions or whatever, this is also a very good contraception. But I would say for the first month, I think even with the pills and everything, I think it's a month or so that you are for certain that the protection is working. So just give it maybe like a month or so. For me, it predicted earlier than that, to let it get to know your body and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. And then yeah, I hope it works for you guys, because it did for me. And I hope if you want to get pregnant, you will get pregnant. If you don't want to, if you want to wait, that this is a great contraception too, and it will really help you. Like, it doesn't have any side effects. Like, it doesn't have any side effect. That's the best for me. I don't like medication, and with what I've been through, you can understand. So it doesn't have any side effects. It's not expensive. I'm on a monthly subscription. It's not expensive, and it comes with a thermometer. You purchase the thermometer anyway, and yeah, it's just the best. So that's what I wanted to talk about. So that versus contraception, I would choose this any day, every day, and all the time. But the only thing, it needs to actually be able to work without the internet, so that in case you're somewhere on holiday and there's no internet, you can still use it. That's the only thing I would fault it as. But as for it being accurate, I can testify to that. And yeah, I just wanted to share with someone. So anyways, guys, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and comment what other videos you want to see for me, if you want to see me do this kind of videos, because I have a lot to say and I love helping people. So if you want to see me doing these videos, then comment down below, let me know. And then if this has helped you, then comment and subscribe. Follow me on all my socials. The link always is in the description box. So good bye. I was about to say good night, but it might be morning where you are. So anyways, God bless. Bye.